In this video, we're going to be talking about shapes, and the shapes is another very important tool in the toolbar of Photoshop. And the shape tool is two steps down the text tool that we treated in our previous video. I'm just going to select that, and the shape tool enables you to draw various shapes of various sizes, and we are going to look at the basic shapes inside of this particular course. I'm going to introduce other ones, but for a start, let's look at the basic shapes that are inside of Photoshop. Here you see the arrow underneath the shape is telling you that there are some other shapes or tools hidden behind that particular tool. And to view that, you just right click on the tool to see a list of all the tools. So you see the rectangle tool, the rounded rectangle tool, the ellipse tool or the ellipse tool, the polygon tool, the line tool, and the custom shape tool. Now the rectangle tool, we're going to start with it. Enables you to draw a rectangle or a square, and I'm going to show you how to draw both of them in this video. Now to draw a rectangle, you just click and drag to any desired size of your choice, and to draw a square, you hold your shift key while you click and drag to any desired size of your choice. Now those are two ways to draw shapes, the rectangle and the square. Now another way to draw a shape is by double clicking on the working area, and then you enter the width and the height of the shape you want to insert. In my case, let's say I want to insert a shape of width 200 and height 300. Okay, and you have the shape given to you right there. Okay, so these are three basic ways to insert a shape. Either you click and drag, or you double click and enter the size in pixels of the particular shape you want to insert into your working area. So here we have a list of shapes. We have three shapes in particular. We have a horizontal rectangle and a vertical rectangle, and we have a square. Now mind you, the square and the horizontal rectangle are on one layer, while the vertical rectangle is on another layer of its own. And if you watch very closely, you discover that the three layers have a black stroke around it. And let's look at how we can play with the layer to remove and add some certain things that are not visible, and remove some certain things that we can see. Now at the top of the application, you see the tool options bar. We're going to use the tools options bar to make one or two changes to what we are currently doing on screen. Now with our rectangle tool selected, I'm going to change that to vertical rectangle. Now permit me to do that. Now say vertical rectangle. Let me just say vertical rec, and we already know that we are talking about the rectangle that is standing. Now to do that, we have already renamed that. Now we're going to remove the black stroke. So go to your tools options panel or tool options bar, click on the black close to stroke. Actually, the stroke there is telling you that the stroke color around the rectangle is black. So we are going to click on this very first one here, that is to say no stroke at all. Okay, it removes all the stroke, but if you actually want to apply a stroke, you can choose color, gradient, or pattern, depending on your choice, or you can select from a color picker right here. And I'm going to cancel that now, or you can choose from a color on a list of colors down here. So if you don't want any stroke, just like I said, you can click on the very first option and change this to 0. Now this one gives you the stroke type. Okay, let's say we have a stroke of 3 pixels right here. Okay, and we want the stroke to be dashed line, we want it to be dotted line, depending on how you want it. You can select that from here. Now if you want the edge to be like this, okay, depending on how you want it, you can choose to display the edge the way you want. Okay, now I'm just going to escape that. Let's talk about something else, and I'm going to remove the stroke from there. Now this gives you the width and the height. We set the width initially to 200 and the height to 300, so I'm not going to touch that. I think we've already seen how to do a couple of things. In our next video, we're going to look at how we can work with regards to shapes. Okay, we're going to look at how we can apply one or two blend modes to our shape.